Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and yes, I know, it's a soldier deck, but it's not just any soldier deck. I know you guys sometimes want to hit Mythic as soon as possible or just grind the rank, and this is the best version with highest win rate for all the soldier deck. So, I think responsible to give you guys from time to time just, this one meta deck that will give you the highest win rate possible, and the games are short with this one, so you can grind quite a lot of games very quickly. And with all the soldier deck, this one is at 65% win rate. This is absolutely crazy. It's higher than Boros in the previous standard. I think it had 63 or something like this. So extremely strong deck, and if you are on the play, if you play one drop Thalia into, Siege Veteran into Emperor, you probably win the game. And you will see some games today, so, this is your ranking deck in case you just want as much power as possible. And guys, just a small remark, if I sound not really energetic today, it's not that, something is wrong, but I'm just super sick. I actually had to go to the doctor right now, and I needed to sleep for like 5 hours, so that's why the video is late. But don't worry, we are a responsible channel and you deserve every single day some kind of video, and we are not breaking our streak, so yeah, don't worry. But if it sounds a bit without strength, that's why, because I'm actually feeling horrible. So with the deck, I think the land is absolutely great. Don't forget to use the fortified one for +1/+1. Don't forget this one, and don't forget the Valiant Veteran. 5 mana, put +1/+1 on everything. Just gives so much power to your board, especially if you have Harbin. This is basically your, impasse breaker. You just play this card, you attack with everything, and you sneak like 15-20 damage. You will see it in action on both sides, so it's very, very strong card. We only play 2 because that's not the main game plan, but we want to just, hit hard when the stalemate is on the board and we just cannot attack because he has, life-linking creatures, stuff like this. It seems that we are performing really well against enchantment, at least from my games today. And yeah, that's the deck. I don't think we will talk too much about it. You've probably seen it. This is the best version, so just enjoy grinding your rank. And if you appreciate making videos every single day, whatever happens, don't forget to subscribe. It really does help. And thank you guys for being cool. That's really appreciated. And with that being said, let's go into the games and enjoy. Alright, we are going first with Reinforcements. This is very good opening. Man, our curve is just getting ridiculous every time on the play, somehow. So we go for a Recruitment Officer. Yotian Frontliner is a bit better for the trades, right? Because we can protect other creatures. But I think it's still the Recruitment Officer. We don't want to pain ourselves, the standard 1, 2, 3 into Explosion. Let's see if it works. Oh, that's really strong. It might be a bit harder now. Alright, so let's play like, oh man, I suck at this. We just can reveal this one, right? We don't have Brutal Cathar or anything like this. Let's attack. He doesn't want to block. I'm a bit scared for Naturalist. So what we will do is play Resolute Reinforcements, then go for the Lord. Or we can go for the Skystrike Officer. Yep, that's super scary. This card needs to go, like we need Brutal Cathar or something like this. Alright. Do we want to trade? To be absolutely honest with you guys, I kinda do. It might be a mistake, but I think with Naturalist, we just need to, get some extra value, and with Officer, we should be able to do stuff. Hopefully. Whenever this attacks, alright. So we can play this into this. We deal 3 damage, but with Lifelink and Mishra, we don't burn him basically. He has borrowed time on our Circle of Confinement. Oh man, if he has the removal and we play this, we get absolutely wrecked. So I think this is the play. We just keep attacking. Of course he cannot really block, because that's his big creature. If he blocks, I'm so happy, but he won't, of course. No real reason to do it. I need to read the text on this card. Soldiers you control, so you need 6 mana basically. Man, this land is absolutely amazing if you play soldiers. Really, it feels so great just to, play land, no pain, no gain. That was prime joke. Oh man, quality content as usual. Thanks guys for sticking by. especially on day like this. So, our opponent definitely wants Circle of Confinement, and he didn't go for it. I wonder if that is because he doesn't have it? That's not great. This is not great. Alright, do we want to draw cards? He will play Borrowed Time, probably. I think he will start out valuing us, but I don't think we can burn him. I think what we need to do is try to go into Lance Emperors and just throwing a lot of cards. We cannot really attack with this one. Officer might be good. But the problem is if we attack with more than one soldier, we cannot get the cards. And I'm really banking that he doesn't have the card. Alright, this is scary because next turn he might use double WINRATE, you know, Borrowed Time and Circle of Confinement, and that will absolutely destroy us. Naturalist. Yeah, as you can see, there's no point in trying to burn him right now. It's just too much. And there it is. Let's see the target, of course. It will be Skystrike Officer, but it means that maybe this is not the removal. We'll see. We need to do it right now, so we go like this, and this. So this one can block in case he attacks. And you know, that's a card. It's not a land, but with Emperor we might be able to do something, maybe. We can definitely exert the Kami. 5 damage, incoming. Like, I think we are in a really bad spot right now, but maybe we can make something about it. Like, Yotian Frontliners give some power, but not a lot. Like, there is no real point in attacking, right? Yeah, I think we need to be smart about blocks. If he has Weaver into Circle of Confinement, into doubling. Oh, and here she comes. So now we need Brutal Cathar. Alright, this has to go, I guess. This has to go. No enchantment left the battlefield, so this will die actually. And he needs to throw something under the bus to get it back. One card is super scary because of the Weaver. Okay, he did not attack. That's an Eiganjo and that's an Emperor. Alright, so what we want to do is bluff that we want the Recruitment Officer. So I'm highlighting it just to try to trick him, you know? Basically that we want to use the ability and try to build our board. This way maybe he will attack with the Catilda. Kami is also super scary because of the trample. And Double Emperor can do work, but if I want him to pump the Catilda because then like we have the best target and he will double it, so let's see how he does it. Alright, I'm just bluffing, you know, just trying to show him. Like, this is pretty obvious that something is wrong, I guess, but you know, it is what it is. Alright, so we definitely go for the Emperor here. We get some life. That's a Catilda, so nothing goes through. Now we can start doing some trading that we really like. Double. I mean, is this the play? I mean, it's pretty decent, right? And then we can put the Kami into exile again, and suddenly he doesn't have the biggest creature. You know, casual 3. Actually should count the damage probably. That's a Brutal Cathar, guys. That's really good. Alright, so Brutal Cathar goes on what? I think like this Weaver of Harmony. So he can get the life ring, right? I think it has to be this one because of the trample. He can copy the effect and hit super hard and life ring basically for infinity, but it is what it is. And we will block with Frontliner, so he doesn't go through with the damage. I mean, let's play like this, so we can try trading.
I have got new moves
An Earth. Like, we don't have better plays, right? It's not really great though. I have no idea if that's worth it, to be honest. I mean, so yeah, that was super. That was stupid. that had literally no sense. That's an absolute oopsie. I mean, yeah, that was awful play. So we just wasted card for no reason. Sorry about this, but it's absolutely fine. So as you can see, we are trying to grind them because if they stop drawing good cards from the top, and we have Brutal Cathar, we have a Wandering Emperor, like we can make some stuff happen. And next turn we have Emperor with 2 loyalty. If we can exile another creature and he wants to be aggressive to force trades, Alright, but it means that it's just Naturalis, right? Because this is tapped. And that's a land. So as you can see, like, we cannot raise him because of the Naturalis. And that's something I really remember from playing enchantment myself. You just need to go for the value and hope they... Like, it's very often they whiff. It's kinda hard to get late game with this deck. Alright, so... No. Alright, that's really important. That's really important. We can double spell, and then we get rid of the Naturalis. That seems amazing. So I think it's Weaver.
I'm never done.
We could just clear the board, right? We played around, that's for sure. So I can clear this, but then the Mishiko is here. So I think that we much rather just go like this. I think it's a spell, right? Alright. Let's just make sure the wording is correct. Return this from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh, it's not. Okay, okay, it's not a spell. I think it's just an ability. So we are going like this. It means that he wants to attack with Naturalist. He's at 32 somehow, by the way. Not the best play of my life, but I hope it will do, you know? Alright, so we deal a little bit of damage. Like, it's not Blitzy, right? It definitely does not feel like Blitz with the underdog. So this doesn't have haste. It's really important what he drew. Like, if he draws removal, it's super bad. That's a strong one. But we have first strike, and he... No. Don't touch the card. No? Okay, thank you. Oh, that's a good one. That's actually a good card. How do we do it? He wants to kill us, right? He really wants to kill us. I don't think we can raise him, so we need to force him into some... I think it's Siege Veteran. Like, it will be a bit hard, but we need to do it like this, I think. First strike. I mean, he wants to remove this one anyway, right? So I guess we go for the Siege Veteran. Not sure about this play, but like, this is prime target, so when he draws removal, he will use it. Just please don't draw Circle of Confinement or Borrow Time and copy it with Weaver, because I think that would be the game. I don't think we can win this one. Alright, so we can double block if we want. If we want. First strike doesn't do much. So I think we just trade like this. We can put counters. He doesn't get lifelink, and we can start using Emperor. We get also the Soldier, so we can start doing stuff. So we kinda get the value slowly, and that's a really, really good draw. Because right now we can play both the Emperor and Recruitment Officer. I mean, we can flip, right? This means that we can get rid of the... Yeah, I think this is good enough. We want to double square right now. So this will be Mishiko. Like, we are slowly navigating the game, right? We are at 7. Alright, so this is first strike. If he double blocks, that will be pretty awful for us. And yeah, I think this is just Siege Veteran, right? We try to make it grow. So then if he attacks, we can get a good trade. And we will get rid of... I mean, it has to be Weaver. It's way too much value. Like, he doesn't need tempo anyway, he can play basically whatever he has. So, Naturalis is kinda annoying with the lifelink, but we just need to accept it, you know? Alright, that's a Thalia. Alright, like, this is pretty promising so far. I would love to not use anything, so we'll use the ability for the Veteran. I want to +1. It will be first strike as well.
Remember your training.
So this is ability. Yep. This means that we'll switch the Cathar. This is pretty strong already. And we are at 7, right? So we can start pushing quite a lot of damage. This deck does not have instants, really. If we put counter 4-3, he doesn't want to trade 2 for them. And do we go for the Soldier? Nah, I think this is okay. We want to protect the Emperor. Like, having extra loyalty every turn helps so much, and that's 10 damage. If he double spells, guys, we did it. We really navigated this game nicely, I think. We just tried to outvalue him in the longer game, and we managed to do it. Alright, so we have the standard plan of playing creatures on curve, overwhelming our opponent. Man, this land is so good for soldiers. It's basically like dual land, right? Man, it feels so refreshing to just, you know, play land, no penalties, no nothing, and it can even pump your soldiers. That's absolutely great. And we are against some kind of Rakdos, I guess. So I think it's Dennick. And then the Veteran. Because then, if he has some kind of removal, which is really likely, he goes for Dennick, most likely. And that means that our Veteran will survive. And if he taps out, we just push so much damage right now. You know, are you a soldier? Man, everyone is a soldier. And that's so much damage. So, I wonder if... what is their sweeper? Alright. Wow, so punished for playing this Taplan. That's really brutal right now. Of course, we go for the Siege Veteran. We might not play the counter, because he might answer with the Inferno Grasp or something like this. But you know, it means that that's additional damage, right? Because he kills Siege Veteran. So we get... do we get the Soldier? Not really. But I can just keep attacking, and our opponent is at 5 already. So if he plays something big to block, like Shrouded or whatever, we just Brutal Cathar and attack him. Yeah, and that's all she wrote, most likely. I guess he can use Bankbuster, but he dies anyway, right? This is the best block. Man, it's so weird that they play their stuff and explode after it, but yeah, I get the feeling, like, our curve was really strong right now. Right, so our opponent goes first. We will definitely take this hand, and we have pretty decent opening. It's not too much power, but with our officer I hope we can make something work, you know? Let's go for the Beachhead, I think. Alright, I will reveal this one, and I will play this one. Crazy. Alright. And we are against Mono-Red that wants to burn all our creatures. I think we might protect this one and try to play this one, but I'm not sure, it depends what he plays. This trades pretty nicely. And with Recruitment Officer I think we have some small edge here. We'll see. Man, 3 Brutal Cathars, definitely something. So I want the Frontliner. I think we will try to exile a lot of creatures. That's some damage. Even though we are against red, so there's high chance we get burned. I want to be a little bit aggressive at least. You know what? Let's go like this. We'll just chain the Brutal Cathars and try to go into 4 mana. And let's see. Kumana. That's some small value for him. Alright, exile this Saga. Yeah, I'm reading Kumana. That's my state right now. We have Mishra's Foundry. Something we need to be careful of. I mean, Brutal Cathar is pretty weird here, because if he kills it, he gets some extra value. Oh, the Reckless Impulse. I mean, Lightning Bolt is definitely not what you want to see. Because you play Cathar, then they kill your stuff and you don't feel great. Alright. I think we go like this. Like, this is exile effect, it might help at some point. And more Frontliners. That's a weird, in all honesty. So he might get the blood token, but he gets smaller creature, and we can keep attacking. Recruitment Officer, of course. And yeah, he will Lightning Bolt the Cathar, but it means he needs to invest 2 mana, and he only gets a 1/1 basically. And we still apply some pressure. It's weird, I'm not sure if we are winning the race, but we'll see. We probably would like for 4th mana. I would also like to go into Night Mode, because then Brutal Cathar would be much stronger creature with First Strike and Ward. And then it's so much harder to kill with at 14. Alright, 2 mana. He's definitely having a lot of burn. But let's be honest, that's quite expected, right? Yeah, we will just go like this. So we attack. We pump the officer. This way he cannot trade. And we are applying quite a lot of pressure. So we will play the Frontliners. I really want to apply as much pressure as possible. He's at 10, we are at 12. I hope he will misjudge how much damage we can do. And with Brutal Cathar we can push the final damage and exile one of his blockers. And with so many Yotian Frontliners, I think we can force some good trades. I would love some Lord creature or something like this. Chandra, okay, that's an interesting one.
I won't stop fighting.
I've seen similar deck. They play one Chandra and they have like this some kind of new enchantment, weapon, something. Yeah, maybe that's the one. Sorry guys. Yeah, not feeling great today. I mean, this is 4 damage. If we push it, it's what? 6, 7, 8. Oh, I see. I see. He doesn't have Kumana, so if we block, we can use the unnerf. But we need to draw a land, right? Do I want to trade? 4 damage. He's dealing quite a lot next turn, but I think with Brutal Cathar we should be fine. I hope. We'll see. We'll see. Okay, we did get the card. So if I did the play, that would be much better, but I did not. So we will see. I mean, we are definitely attacking right this. I don't think we can kill him yet. So let's just go for the frontliners. This way, all of them have pretty nice stats. So there's no like prime target. And that's an 8 damage. And we need to check out if the last damage goes through. So we get rid of the chick, because even if it attacks, it will attack for 1. We block Kumano, because then he gets the chick, but it cannot block, so it doesn't really help him. And we'll see. It's super close. It's really close, but I hope this last Brutal Cathar will push the final damage that he did not expect. He's only at 3 mana, but he can use Chandra to just accelerate a little bit. The fact that we have Cathar, so we exile 1 creature, and after attack phase he gets back the chick that basically didn't do anything, is basically a 2 for 1 during this one final turn, so that's really good defensive creature. I'm scared about the burn, right? If he has Lightning Strike, he kills the Cathar, and we get hit by 5, 6 with Chandra. Alright, that's not the worst. But he has Mishra's Foundry as well. But then he cannot use Lightning Strike. I'm not sure if he has it, but it's super scary. This is very, very close. Alright, that's a damage.
Let's bring things up to a simmer.
Not great, but we'll try to block. That's a really intense game, in all honesty. Right, Mr. Robot. The reference. So, of course, we will get rid of the maximum damage this way. Chick cannot attack, so it's basically useless. We just need to survive, so we block the highest damage. And then we attack and try to kill him. That's the plan. He has 1 card. Mishra's Foundry can block something, but he needs to block 4 creatures. I think he misjudged a little bit, and I hope that we win. Unless he has Lightning Strike. Wow. That was such a long thinking just to play a Lightning Strike. I guess he was fearing Spell Pierce. Alright, we are going first with Dennick, and really good cards and very good opening, so I think we should be fine for this one. We of course start with the Recruitment Officer into the standard, turn 2 on the play Thalia, and let's see what we hit on our opponent's side. Alright, let's go for the Painland. I mean, it's not the biggest deal, but let's just apply some Taxi. You know, guys, the only sure thing, the taxing. That's a front portal, man, my friend. This will hurt. Oh, it's an enchantment. I tried this front portal with enchantments. I honestly didn't like it. It hurts so much, very often. Alright, we decline. Okay, we don't need to do anything else. Let's just go for the Siege Veteran. We want to go for Thalia. If he trades, that's absolutely fine. If he doesn't, that's 5 damage already. Man, this curve is really brutal. That's basically what you want to do with this deck, right? Be on the play with perfect curve and just overwhelm. Naturalist. Okay, that's interesting. I think we have to do the thing. Oh, that's such a good draw. I feel kinda bad because that was probably the best top deck ever. Oh man. I mean, let's go like this, right? We play like this. Alright. I don't attack with Siege Veteran because I don't want to lose it. So right now he needs Naturalist. or just kill Brutal Cathar, so borrow time or something like this, but he needs to tap to 4, and then if we attack with Harbin, this is soldier? Yeah. Front portal, not great idea in this deck, even though it seems really helpful sometimes. I just felt it's too much damage overall. Alright, we are going first, and we are playing mono white, it seems. And you know what? We will play as very, very good mono white. So of course Thalia on the play, easy. We are on one of the cool kids club right now. And this has protection, so I mean we can just play like this, right? And this is a soldier indeed. And we are in some kind of mirror, I guess, so this brings more power to the table. Whenever this attacks. Yeah, it can also not use the unnerf. I'm so used to seeing the unnerf trigger, but yeah, it actually buffs everything. So Thalia would be interesting, but as you can see we both play Thalia, so that's the reason we did what we did. And I mean, I can reveal the soldier card. Unless you revealed a soldier card or you control a soldier. Alright. Yay! Sloth learned how to play the card. Amazing. Alright, so we can go for the officer or we can go for the veteran. I will go for the veteran because it means that our other creatures hit harder. And yeah. Whenever this attacks. I mean, if we attack like this, he will probably double block, right? But then we get best value, so that's actually really good. If we attack with the Frontliner, we of course lose it to Thalia, so not the best trade of my life. And with the Officer, that's interesting. One of the few interesting things about the deck, with the Skystrike Officer you can actually just go for the control mode, you know? You play this and you start tapping and drawing more cards every single turn. Something you normally cannot do with aggro. Alright, and with Siege Veteran, it will be hard for him to match us. Joke. Easy Brutal Cathar. Well, this will be definitely a problem. That's for sure. Let's see what we get. Not perfect. So we decline. Oh, non-basic line. That's interesting. I didn't really read the card, you know, fully. I knew about the protection on it. So I think this has to be the play, right? It will be Frontliner. We can get some extra cards, so I think that's fine. We have something that can draw cards and he doesn't. Alright, do we go for the veteran attack? It's just 3 damage. He can double block with this and that. Yeah, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth it. Like, we will start drawing cards. And that means that he needs to do something because we overdraw him. That's my strategy. Easy second Brutal Cathar. You know, the top 11 cards. Oh, yes. Yes, it also means that he will be able to attack. We of course want to get at least this one card, but absolutely crazy annoying. By the way, we also have Brutal Cathars in our deck, but we just do not draw them. So that's a big deal. Alright, this is legendary. How do we do it? That's really annoying. We can get back one of the cards, I guess. Yeah, okay, I like it. So Otawara danced it, but it means that we don't play anything, and that's super bad. Let's go for Thalia then. We need to keep playing, you know, a spell every single turn. And we can attack with both, right? Alright. We do it like this. This way both are 3-3. And now he doesn't have good blocks, of course. With Brutal Cathars it's hard to defend because they're so precious. My precious, you could say. And this is as a land. I'm not playing this one because we want to make sure that we don't flip to nighttime. In all honesty, what he needs to do is not play a spell. And then both of them will flip, and then he double spells next turn and he wins the game. So fortunately he does not do it, but it's still super powerful. Like, first Brutal Cathar was very strong, but the second one was absolute crazy. And as you can see, we cannot draw anything for our life. Huh. So I think I'm getting back the officer. Alright, do we double attack? It's not great. It's absolutely not great. First strike. No, like when he blocks with something, he gets the token. I don't really like this out. I think we need to go into more, you know, control heavy style. Yeah, I don't need to stop. Will be hard. I really need to hit my Brutal Cathars because we don't have a single one in 13 cards. And we definitely need some removal. We probably need to get rid of this Brutal Cathar so we can start doing cards. This was our ticket to, you know, winning. And we might still get it. This will come into our side. All of them are soldiers. It means that we double draw this turn. That's an extremely good card. So 3 cards every single turn. And I'm so glad he didn't go for the night mode. I think that would be end of us. Alright. That's a counter. Yeah, he basically... Okay. So, we get rid of this one. He will take another target, but we draw 3 cards right now, if I'm not mistaken. Alright. Now we go 1, 2, 3. And he needs full turn to replay it, so we will be able to untap with it and do it again. So we can draw a little bit more lands. If we get the one that gives flying to everything. Okay, that's the card. That's the card. Alright. Sure. Enjoy your 1 HP. And so I want him to play the first Cathar, of course, right? So we play the Recruitment Officer. So we don't flip. And do we attack with everything? Yeah, with 4-3 first striker it will be hard. I think we attack with only Skystrike Officer. Then we have 6 soldiers. This is a soldier, this is a soldier, and this is a soldier. And you know, we need to start to work for our board. On the bright side, our opponent should not get more Brutal Cathars. And we can draw 3 cards a turn, so, you know, we have pretty good shot. He can still draw a lot of cards thanks to this card. Oh, and he got the card we talked about that we need to win the game. Yeah, I think he won, right? He just top decked the win. We're at 20, so let's see. I shouldn't highlight it, but you know, I think it's obvious even for him. So Harbin, Vanguard, Aviator. Yep, and everything has flank. If he attacks with a lot of creatures. Easy. Easy. Man. Best draw of his deck, I believe. 7, 10, 15. Exactly for 21. All with flying, that's the card we needed to win the game. Let's see if our card was at the top and we would win next turn. Just out of curiosity. Oh man, that was so brutal. We cannot do anything about it. That was the card. We would win next turn. Oh my god, so maybe I should not attack with the officer in the end. Maybe that was a mistake. Well, that was really brutal. I will give him a good game.